Welcome to another live stream watch along reaction. Tonight we are watching and reacting to SV Robinhood versus Cavalier FC in the first leg of the final of the 2023 CONCACAF Caribbean Cup. The first of two legs. How we doing, God King? How we doing, Zeno? How we doing, Rory? How we doing, Henry? We got people. This one gonna go off quickly, I bet. Robinhood hosting the first leg down in Suriname. The Jamaican team, Cavalier, coming down to Suriname to play Robinhood in this final. Both teams are in the Champions Cup. But who will be in the round of 16? Who will be in the preliminary round? And who will win this Caribbean Cup trophy? We will find out next week. But this week does go a long way. This match goes a long way to what next week could end up being. Do the favorites of this final have an easy time down in Suriname, or do they find it hard? Do they find it tough? We will find out. Franklin has said Stadion is where this game is being played. The first leg of the final, then less than a week actually, because the second leg gets played on Wednesday next week, the 6th. So there you go. CONCACAF Caribbean Cup final first leg. We already had the first leg of the final of the Central American Cup and the third place of the Caribbean Cup. Mocha and Alajuelense are leading in both those ties. Alajuelense leading the Central American Cup final. The third place led by Mocha. My day's been good, Sebas. How about yours? How we doing? Is this on Tubi? Yes, as always. It'd be funny if they changed it up next week, put it all on FS2, but makes you wonder. Cavalier wearing the white. Robinhood must be wearing their red and green. Yes. Perfect. It's the holiday season and they're wearing Christmas colors. It's true. Come on now. I think a lot of people have said that before, I would hope. Trying to start off their holiday season with a present. Of course, they're wearing Christmas colors. Starting 11s are as follows. For Robinhood in goal, Jonathan Fonkel. Hero during the penalty shootout in the semifinal. Baron Sanvliet, Hilario Belfour, Roshano Soberman, Akeni Musa, Carlos da Silva, Rensky Adipi, Turdon, Dimitro, Andro, Jamilio Rigters, and Shaquille Cairo. Jamilio Rigters is back from suspension. For Cavalier in goal, Vino Barclay, Giovanni Lang, Kyle Ming, Goodale Irving, Murray, Shamar Watson, Dwayne Allen, Christopher Ainsworth, Jamario Calvin, Ronaldo Robinson, and Chanel Thomas, the Golden Boot contender in this tournament. Two games. First leg to be played. Next week on Wednesday, we will play the second leg of the final. And we will know who our first Caribbean champion is in this tournament. Of course, there's been Caribbean Club Championships before and Caribbean Cup Shields or Caribbean Club Shields. But you know what I mean. The Caribbean Cup tournament. Ready for the Euro 2024 draw this Sunday. If I'm up, I'll do it. If I'm not, I'll find out about it. But I'm ready to see what it is. I ain't got nothing to do on Sunday, so we'll see. We'll see. How we doing? But we are back. Teams are about to walk out. We're ready to go. Robinhood in the red and green. Cavalier in the white. Today's not the suit day. That is next Tuesday, next Wednesday. And then, of course, next Saturday as well. Timbers will have some roster turnaround. That doesn't surprise me. I'm not surprised either. I'm surprised they're not re-signing Seba Blanco. That is the one thing that got me surprised. I thought they were going to re-sign him, but ooh. Did it happen though? Did it happen though? Hoping for Robinhood, says Danny. I don't get why England thinks they're the shit and everyone is below them when they have not won anything since the 60s. Well, I mean, it is what it is. I just realized I get to watch most of Thursday Night Football tonight, too. At least have it on as I'm doing the RSR and stuff. Not bad. Is it like Chiefs or something? I think the Chiefs are playing tonight, yeah? No. No, I think it's Seattle and Dallas, yeah. Actually, my bad. No, actually ain't too bad. Seattle and Dallas ain't too bad, actually. Didn't start yet, but if I win this parlay, I get $3K with $10. Starting 11s for Robinhood in goal. Fonkel, the back four. Musa, Soberman, Belfour, Sanvliet. A DP, De Silva, Andro in the midfield. Jamilio Richter, Shaquille Cairo, and Turdon. The front three. Forgot they speak Dutch in Suriname. Yeah, I don't know Dutch, so I cannot do that. I cannot do with Dutch what I do with Spanish. I do not know Dutch. I barely even know French. So, yeah. I'm just speaking English tonight. I think they speak enough English in Suriname. I'll be fine, though. As far as I can tell. I do not know Dutch, though. Me too. He's talking shit. He doesn't know what he's talking about. They'll never win with him. They may win at some point. They're never winning with Greg, though. Adonis Carrasco from Dominican is the referee. It's a Dominican, Antigua, and Virgin Islands team. What? No, you didn't. Yeah. I could barely speak. To be honest, I could barely speak French. So, starting 11 for Cavalier: Barclay, Irving, Ming, Lang. The midfield four: Ainsworth, Allen, Watson, Murray, and the front three: Chanel Thomas, Robinson, and Calvin for Cavalier. I'm a Messi fan. But yeah, Messi won a World Cup. Why are they lining up on the other side? And then I don't get it. Like, if you're going to line up on one side, let them line up on that side. And then circle up and then do that. Honestly, I would agree with that. Like, to circle up on one side and then... What do I know, though? Speaking of, I'll be doing this on camera. My NFL picks, by the way. Print your brackets, yeah. So speaking of Thursday picks, I think I did this a couple of weeks ago too. Hold on, it's week 13, right? They're a week behind the college season. Yes. Okay. Game's about to kick off, and we're off. 13 seconds in. Goal kick for Barclay. That was quicker than I expected. Nil-nil. There we go. That'll do. All right. Link to stream. It's on Tubi. The game is on Tubi in America. In North America. It's not even on. It may just be the USA, but it's on Tubi. CONCACAF YouTube or their CONCACAF Go. If you're outside of the markets, I don't know where it's on in Suriname, sadly. I would think maybe ESPN Caribbean. And then in Mexico, it's on VIX. So if that helps you, that helps you. Most parts of the world, it's on the CONCACAF YouTube channel. All right. And we're off. Robinhood playing the ball around the back, 2 minutes in. I got Dallas beating the Seahawks. Yeah. I got Colts beating Titans. I got the Chargers beating the Patriots. I got Detroit beating the Saints. I got the Jets beating Atlanta. I got Pittsburgh beating Arizona. I got Tampa Bay beating the Panthers. Miami beating the Commanders. Saved by Barclay. Taking the cap and go Mets. Thank you. Got it when Mark Stroman was playing there, but still. Not much. How we doing? What happened last night? You were crazy. We went off the rails. You mean Tuesday night. We went off the rails. Blame Raury. He started it. Blame Raury. He started it. Denver, Houston. I got Denver. I got the Rams beating Cleveland. I got San Francisco beating the Eagles. And that's a good pick. I got the Chiefs beating the Packers. And I got Jacksonville beating the Bengals. And I would say 52 points on Monday night. Well, okay. You started. He got it started. He referenced some that I was being petty about. It was like on like my close friend's story, and then it just went from there. It just snowballed from there. It just snowballed from there. And then we just went off the rails. I was talking a little bit of petty shit, and then we went off the rails. So, there you go. Still butthurt about Robinhood being Sabal, but I'll still root for him. You don't want the Jamaican team to win. In the meantime, rooting for Mocha to make some history. It looks like they'll get through the third place game. It looks like it. So, there you go. Dallas, Seattle, Indianapolis, Tennessee. Indianapolis over Tennessee. Chargers over Patriots. Detroit over the Saints. Jets over the Falcons. Pittsburgh over the Cardinals. Bucks over the Panthers. Dolphins over the Commanders. Where are we? Okay, there we go. Broncos over the Texans. Rams over the Browns. Niners over the Eagles. Chiefs over the Packers. And Jaguars over the Bengals is what I got this week. You know, during the NFL season, when we have stuff to do on Thursdays, I do this. And when we don't, well, I should be able to do most weeks, though. You'll hear most of my NFL picks, except for like week 15 to 17, week 15 to 18. Maybe I'll post them on my community tab this year. I don't know. We'll see. Robinhood is repping Christmas time. That's what I said earlier in the stream. 4 minutes in, 0-0. Pretty even so far. Not really many attacks, mostly some defensive play and a couple of forward pushes, but other than that, He got winning, though. I'm going to say it's a draw tonight. I think Cavalier gets the job done at home next week, but I think it'll end up being a draw tonight. Now, scoring or not, I'm not going to put my neck out there, but I do think there will be a draw tonight. I think both teams will draw tonight. I think Robinhood and Cavalier will draw, and the second leg is all to do. So we have a competitive second leg, and we have a party second leg next week. Well, technically third place, two competitive ones, but out of the finals. Esteli Alawalense Esteli is going to be a damn party, and Cavalier Robinhood is going to be a competitive second leg, and Mocha Harborview will be competitive as well, if you want to talk about that third place match. But I just hope it pays off, me wearing the suit. Plays forward. Nice. Got Robinhood 2-0, says Henry. It's pretty even right now. Robinhood really starts controlling the game. Maybe I would agree, but $15 more pages on this book. Really hoping Mocha City shows up for the second leg. It'll be embarrassing to see an empty stand in such a climactic game. Mocha's had some audience last time in the Dominican final against Sabal. Really got me hyped. Okay. It's good to hear that. 7th minute. Robinhood playing forward, 0-0 in the 8th minute of the 90 minutes of this game. Of this first leg. Then, of course, we have tomorrow off on this channel. We have Saturday. Saturday, we have the conference finals in MLS, both of them. And depending on how it turns, maybe I'll do a RSR for both games. If we got a regular win, a regular time win in the Hell is Real Derby, and then, of course, the West is always going to get a RSR because it's the second match. Last year, I did a RSR for both conference finals, and there was still the Canadian Premier League final in between. So, you know. Cross in. Still got all that done, so I should be able to get 2 RSRs done for the conference semis. Zadorov's going to the Canucks. Alert, alert, we have a trade. Oh, my. Oh, wow. Zadorov to the Canucks. I mean, I think it's a good move for the Canucks. The Canucks are actually surprisingly good this year, so that's a good thing. I didn't expect the Canucks to be as good as they are, to be honest. Or at least start as hot as they did. Hockey's a weird sport. They started hot. Maybe they've tempered off a little bit. 9th minute, 0-0, but I know they started hot. I mean, I know the Canucks scores pretty regularly because I subscribe to Canuck Clay on YouTube. So I think I know what the Canucks are doing, at least in the foreground. I can paint the picture. But it's a good move. It's a good move. It's 15-7-1. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. They're not beating the Golden Knights, though. Ain't no way. Even game so far. Cavaliers had some moments. Robinhood has been the better team slightly so far. Well, actually, technically. 10 minutes in. But Robinhood's been the better team so far, but they're at home, so they better be. But here's another chance. Robinhood looks to have. Cross in. Header, nothing there. Shot past the post. For the Pacific, well, look at the Pacific Division. Let's see. Actually, the Canucks have more wins than the Golden Knights. They have one more win than the Golden Knights. They have more pity points, though. Yeah, that would do it. So, the Canucks could win. And it's in Vancouver. They actually could. My bad. Zadorov from the Flames in exchange for a 5th-round pick and a 3rd-round pick. Yeah, that's a good move. They didn't lose anybody for Zadorov. They needed some defensive help. Yeah, that's actually not a bad move. If those picks don't really turn out too much for Calgary, that was a really good move. I'm doing good, Adam. Here's a cross in. Robinhood, here's a chance. Cross! Side netting in the 12th minute. Player down on the outside of the pitch. Those are some cool cleats or cool boots. What about Robinhood? Did they step up as a dark horse Cinderella? It looks like they are right now. But it's early. It's very early. It's very early. Hit that like button. Let's get this one going. Very early. By the way, speaking of numbers, it's a 0-0 draw so far. 2023, by every metric on this channel, has been the best year on this channel. Subs just beat my subscribers gain this year, just beat the number gained in 2021, which was the best year. So my views had way beaten the highest number of views I've ever gotten. My watch hours had way beaten my highest amount of watch hours gotten in a year, and my revenue has outpaced. Of course, easily outpaced the 1.5 years I've been monetized. So, of course, it blew out 21 out of the water because it was only monetized for 4 months of the year, and then it blew 22 out of the water. And finally, the subscribers beat the number from 21. So, best year. Best year I've ever had. Just had to say that on this channel. So, I crushed my highest views number. I crushed that. I blew past that back in freaking September. Everything else got blown past in September. Subscribers took a little bit longer to get there, but we still got there with a month left. 14th minute. That'll be a free kick, offside, free kick for Robinhood in the 14th minute. It's right over there. So I haven't taken a sip yet. There you go. There you go. Liverpool fans, pro-Ireland. Right? Yeah. There's a lot of Irish Liverpool fans. I love that. I love that. Cheers. Where's my soft spot for Liverpool come from? Because they're a team that plays good football and I have Irish blood. That pretty much does it for me. Wearing a Liverpool shirt is basically as good as saying Chucky Arlaw. Header over the bar. Pretty much is. I'll still do both, though. How we doing, Mile High? Liverpool qualified for the round of 16 at the group stage of the Europa League. Nice. Yeah, because they top the group. They don't have to play the round of 32. Your MLS 2023 MLS All-Star Game stream is your most watched video now. You mean the skills challenge? You mean the skills challenge? I mean, I'm not surprised that was, to be completely honest, because it's something Europeans have never seen before. You know, like, I understand it. Like, I understand why that game or that event was my most highest watched stream. Because it was a European team playing MLS and skills challenges. It's not surprising that that was my best stream, best video. Because people were interested to see what it was about. And it was a lot of those people stayed. Like, I gained some Arsenal fans from that. So, you know, I think it wasn't just the views happened. I think things on that one. I'm not surprised it is, though. I mean, it makes sense. Like, the game didn't do as good as the skills challenge, which, again, I'm not too surprised about if you look back at it. An all-star game's an all-star game. Skills challenge is a foreign concept that, honestly, even the Europeans kind of found cool once they got used to it. But who else to talk about a skills challenge than the Yank? Than a redneck? Because that's our thing, you know? If there's one thing they'll let us explain and not call us stupid for, well, I don't know about stupid, but not shit on us for us, because we know the skills challenge, they don't. So, I'm just saying. 17th minute, 0-0. Point being is, we keep winning. Point being is we keep winning. That's all I'm saying. West Ham, Aston Villa also won. I saw Aston Villa won in the Conference League. I saw that. I think Villa's going to win the Conference League. Just a hunch. But just saying, we keep winning. We ain't going to stop winning. Trust me, if we were going to stop winning, we would have stopped winning a long time ago. Yeah, I know. Like, that was pretty good. Oh, it's going to be 2024 is going to be a better year. Like, the momentum is just going to that to where 2024 has to be a better year. Then again, the last time I said that. 18th minute. First quarter is 1 of 4, not the first half. Yeah, the first quarter is the first period. 1 and 4. 1 of 4. It's just like football. It's just like football. It's the first 12 minutes of the game in basketball. Funnily enough, that the NCAA doesn't use quarters, at least in men's. They use halves, which I don't know why. It makes no sense to me. You know what? Speaking of, we'll blow past 3K next year. We're at 2.7 right now. Probably 2.750 at the end of the year. 2,750 at the end of the year. We'll probably blow by 3K by March. June, if we want to be conservative. If I don't, I got problems. Do I watch Dead Ball TV? Yes. Player down, 20th minute, 0-0. But it's weird though. Let's focus on sports again, but a different sport. Basketball. It's weird that the NCAA only does halves, at least in men's basketball. But there's quarters in the NBA. But even weirder is that women's basketball, the NCAA does quarters. I don't get it. It makes no sense. Like, am I the only one where it doesn't make any sense? Like, why would you use quarters for the women's game, but you use halves for the men's game, but those men's players are going to go to the NBA that uses quarters? It's like college baseball. They use aluminum bats. Like, they're going to go to the MLB in the minor leagues, and they're going to use a wooden bat then. So why are you using aluminum bats? They should be using what they have. Or they should be using what they're supposed to be using in the majors. Because if you're going to put them into the majors or put them into that pipeline, they should be doing it the way they do it there. College football. The fact that they stop the clock after every first down, or no 2-minute warnings, or the PI is a 15-yard foul no matter what instead of a spot foul. I know it's ticky-tacky, but what am I? Why? It's ticky-tacky, but I'm still going to. Or World Juniors, where's the trapezoid? It's ticky-tacky, but hey, whatever. I think the rules should be the same for college and the major leagues. They should all be the same. Oh, speaking of, World Juniors, where's the trapezoid? Where's the trapezoid? I don't like the World Juniors. Is fun and it's nutty because now I'm gonna be a hypocrite, which I don't like it, but I don't like doing this, but I guess I am gonna be a hypocrite. The World Juniors is nuts. Like, it's hockey on crack because some of the different rules. Like, it's a lot more open, so to speak. You know? But I still think if they're going to end up playing in the NHL, they should play. Well, then again, if they're playing World Juniors, the juniors, the OHL plays the same rules. But if they're going to play in the NHL two months later, like, basically it's a big scouting event, But the World Juniors, it's like the most acceptable of all the differences, because it's just the way it is. Read our comments. Please don't. That's Mr. Mason already speaking facts. Deadball TV recently said that although he doesn't like how Mexico beat Honduras by aggregate, he also doesn't believe the second leg was rigged for Mexico. Is he a Mexico fan? That's the question. If he's a Mexico fan, well, of course he doesn't think it's rigged. I mean, to me, it's I don't think it was completely rigged either, but it was fishy, okay? You can't say that it wasn't fishy. Like, you could say, yeah, it wasn't rigged, but if you say it wasn't fishy, I don't believe you. Like, rigged, that's harsh. Fishy? No, it's not. That was fishy. That was fishy. Did you see the Disneyland streaker? No, he will wear a Montreal kit. You sure it's just the Disneyland streakers, not Dream? You sure that's just not Dream? Doing some dumb shit? Playing forward. Cavalier takes a shot. Header. Oh, past the post. Is that a corner? I didn't see the touch, but it will be a corner. Pro Mexico, like, it's fishy. There's questions for sure. No, I think he was saying don't be a hypocrite. That's what he was doing. Because I was saying I'm going to be a hypocrite here, but... Oh, so it wasn't Dream. Oh, I'm shocked. I'm actually shocked that it wasn't Dream. So was it the Mexico fan saying it wasn't rigged, or was it the USMNT fan saying it wasn't rigged? Of course, the Mexico fan would say it wasn't rigged, just like those Jamaican fans would say it was a penalty. It was still a very soft penalty, even if it was a penalty. I'm not as angry as I was, but the Jamaican fans, of course, are going to say Eustachio's handball was a penalty, just like Mexican fans are going to say it wasn't fixed. Of course, you're not going to say, yeah, we screwed you over. You're not going to say that. You're going to act like you earned it. Who admits? Like, what sports fan admits to, like, yeah, our guy used steroids. Yeah, our guy cheated. Yeah, we screwed you over. You don't do that. You go to your death saying, oh, we earned it. Stop crying. That's like the first rule. That's why I'm not mad about like half those comments saying Jamaica, it was a pen. I know what the rules are. And that's why I'm not defending that it wasn't a pen because, you know, you're getting nowhere. You're getting nowhere. But whatever. Pop Out German said the second leg wasn't rigged for Mexico. I mean, it was fishy at best. Well, of course. Moist Critical talks about everything. Tactical Manager said it's rigged for Mexico and Argentina, but not Jamaica. If it's rigged for two of them, it's rigged for all of them. Filippo, if it's rigged for two of them, it's rigged for all of them. If it's rigged for none of them, it's rigged for none of them. Come on now. I watched the game. Completely outplaying somebody with only scoring 2 goals. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. You didn't. Oh, and by the way, one of them was a free kick, which I will bow my head and say that Luis Chavez free kick was a banger. That was awesome. But I will also say that Edson should have never had the chance to score that goal. They went way too long. And that second retake was bullshit. I'm not saying Mexico would have lost if those two things didn't happen. Well, if the Edson goal didn't happen, they would have lost. But the second retake, they probably still would have won the shootout because Honduras did not have a good shootout. But still. Cross in. Header. Oh, 27th minute. Honduras wasting time. I still think there was 2 extra minutes. I still don't think there was 2 extra minutes. Even the Honduras players knew they wasted time like clowns. "28th minute. Here comes Robinhood. Even game so far. Very even game so far. The best better of Canada. I would say you are. Seems like you win a lot. You probably have one of the best returns on investment that I think I've ever seen a better have. At least you're not book it with Trent. Anybody get what I'm saying? I hope some of you know what I mean. That man book it with Trent loses every damn time. Like seriously, look at his damn TikToks. He puts freaking look at every TikTok he makes. He loses. Like he's barely won. Like how's this man still got money and still betting? Trent. Somebody must be bankrolling him. As everything he does is lose. Everything he does is lose. Cross in. I mean, okay, no, his career was made on the fact TCU had a Cinderella season last year, and then ever since then he's been losing a lot. When I jumped in, he's been losing almost all the time. Like, are you really a good bettor? His ad is Book It with Trent on TikTok and Instagram. Probably look him up on YouTube. You can still find him under that. Cross in. Header. Oh, here's a chance. Nope, cleared. Tack said Orlando were robbed because he hates Miami and Messi, and he was wrong. He was wrong. I like Tack. I do, but he was wrong there. Sometimes he has wrong. Everybody. Well, no, I've had wrong takes too. Not as much, but I do. Normally it comes from my heart instead of my gut, but I do have bad takes sometimes. But, yeah. No, he's wrong. 8-1. Do I even need to say more? 30th minute. 0-0. 8-1. Do I need to say more? Canada could have got out of that World Cup qualifying group to get to the Hex if they didn't lose. 8-1. I don't need to say more. That game. Are we talking about Tack or Trent here? If it was book it with Trent, I'd be like, are you sure you're right? Are you sure you're betting on that? Like, I'd keep needling him about losing. If it was Tack, I'd have fun with that. I like Tack. I'd have fun with that. But that Trent dude, I'd be needling every second. I'd be like, you sure? Bet against him. Oh, I would too. AC Milan Ultra's going mad now. What happened? That made the Curva go mad? What made him go mad? What happened now? Al Hilal versus Al Nassr. Al Nassr wins. Yeah, I would agree with that. If they had Neymar, if Neymar didn't blow his knee out, I think it would be a lot more even. I think Al Nassr wins. I would look the other way and say, no, we won. We still won. We deserve to win that game, just like everybody else does when there's some bullshit. I would look the other way. And just not even talk about it. Would I still shit on Rotlost, though? Yes. Would that open me up to being called a hypocrite? Yes, but Rotlost deserves it more. What is going on with Milan? They're just having a bad run of form. They started the season so well. Now they have a bad run of form. Pulisic got hurt. Maybe that's kind of what started it. But, I mean, you can't really have the same run of form all season. You're going to have bad moments. But Spalletti was not Spalletti. Their manager was already under the gun. Not Inzaghi either. Save. Their manager was already under the gun. That's the problem. Why do I get Spalletti and the Milan manager mixed up? Pioli, there we go. Stefano Pioli. They kind of look alike, though. Pioli's under the gun. Man was already under the gun, so I can't imagine what he's now. Pioli's in trouble. That man's in trouble when it comes to the Milan fans. So, yeah. All right. 34th minute, 0-0. While a firm timescale is yet to be revealed, standard recovering time for ACL injuries between 8 to 10 months. Post on Instagram, Neymar said it's a very sad time, the worst. You know, I feel sorry for Neymar, to be completely honest. People call AC Milan Italian, Manchester United, and Inter Milan, Man City, blue versus red. But that's actually a real rivalry, though, so... Oh, by the way, Inter actually has fans. Ironically enough, Inter played City in the Champions League final, so I guess, maybe they have a point. Here's a chance. Cross in for Robinhood. Robinhood's starting to take control of this game. Header. It goes down. Yeah, I feel comfortable about a draw, though. I really do. They're not playing Jogo Bonito anymore. And they've stopped playing that like 8 years ago. And it's finally starting to bite them in the ass. And their manager's not good anymore. And all that type of stuff. They need Carlo Ancelotti. And even then, I don't know if that's the answer. Off, right on the line. Right on the line, but it doesn't cross. Still 0-0. 35th minute, Barclay rolls it out. Luckily, it's not a goal, but I wonder if VAR would have overturned that if there was VAR. 10 more minutes in the half. Al Nassr money line, Juventus, Monza, Juventus money line, combined. What do you think? 100 gives 451. Should I? Yes, because Juventus over Monza. Juventus should beat Monza, and they're really good this year in the league because they have no European football. So Juventus should beat Monza. Al Nassr should beat Al Hilal. Yeah, I would say yes, do it. I would say do it. I would say do it. That's what's happening to Brazil. Got to feel bad for Neymar and his injury, stuff like that. Neymar's career is just sad, to be honest. Neymar Jr.'s team must be mad with all that money it cost him and what they pay him now. Man United starting to wake up. Newcastle wins. I agree. I think Newcastle still wins. Brazil continues their horrible form. Will even qualify for 2026. I think they'll make the playoff. I think they'll end up in the playoff. There's still teams they should beat. But they'll either end up just barely making it or making the playoff. Cross in, cleared. Lazio are through round of 16. They're not far from the relegation zone. I know, it's crazy. I hate to see it. Not hate to see it. What was I saying? Neymar, I hate to see. Now, this I hate to see for Neymar. But the Punk return, I'm happy to see it. Happy. Well, it starts with an H. I'm happy to see the Punk return. And I think he'll do just fine in WWE. I think he rather would be in WWE. He's happier to be in WWE. Punk will do just fine. I don't think he's going to blow up. I think he respects WWE more in the end after seeing how AEW runs. So, you know what? I can't wait to see Punk do what he does in WWE. I'm happy to see him back. That is true. Hamstring injury, 37 days. Fitness, 27 days. Ankle ligament tear, 63 days. Metatarsal fracture, 85 days. And then every time in February. Well, hey, at least he's going to be off in February for his sister's birthday. Header. Cavaliers had a couple of moments, too. This game's been pretty even. So Ancelotti isn't going to Brazil. I still think he is, but it's still not signed, sealed, and delivered. It's still rumors, which that's not good news. It's been a rumor for a year, but it still isn't confirmed. You think now it would be he finishes the season at Madrid and he will be coming to Brazil. You think it'd be confirmed by now? It's not. So if it's not confirmed by March, all bets are off, to be honest. You have Seattle or Dallas winning today. I have Dallas winning. Dak Prescott is better than Geno Smith. Here we go. Here we go. I don't know. I love doing that. I love that cadence. Okay, here we go. I'd probably like it even if it wasn't Dak, but that cadence is just 39th minute. And no, he didn't do that at State, or at least not like that. Dallas in NFL, Dallas in NFL, and Dallas in the NHL. Dallas is the moment they can get revenge thanks to the Cowboys. I don't think FC Dallas fans are going to look at it as revenge, but okay. 40th minute, 0-0. th minute. 40th minute. Shot! Oh! Past the post. Tommy DeVito is actually a really good quarterback. I agree. Like, I knew he was good at Illinois, but he's actually a pretty good quarterback. Now, is it sad he's playing for the Giants? Yes. Maybe if they keep Danny Dimes. Danny Dimes might have just lost his job. You know. Boom, boom, boom. 41st minute. Barclay is down. I feel like a fool just paid $35 for 2.5 ounces of Spanish ham. Okay, one, is Spanish ham just spiral ham from a Spanish pig? Or $35 for ham? 2.5 ounces? That's a whole freaking hock. Man, inflation's a bitch. Man, inflation's a bitch. Thank you. Thank you, Brandon. Inflation's a bitch. Thank you, Brandon. 2.5 ounces. That's a whole hock. That used to be a whole hock of ham. $35. It's aged ham. It's still ounces though. $35. That's still like 5 ounces that's still like 7 ounces if it's freaking aged. Is what it used to be. Can Antonio Muhammad Pumas make an upset today against Chivas away? I say they could. They could. By the way, Viva la libertad, carajo! Viva la libertad, carajo! Viva la libertad, carajo! There we go. That's about as much politics you're getting from me. 43rd minute. It's pretty obvious I'm a libertarian anyway. Okay, now that makes more sense. That makes more sense. But nothing beats Wagyu. Thoughts of Atletico San Luis first leg? I'm still surprised. Me too. I think it's pretty. I don't think I have to hide the fact I'm a libertarian. I think that's pretty obvious. Even if I try to hide it, it's still pretty obvious. .44th minute. Cleared away. 1 more minute between stoppage time. St. Louis will stay in the new UFL, the merger, the United Football League. St. Louis will be staying in the league. The Battle Hawks will still be around. Good. We don't know if it'll be the Roughnecks or Gamblers in Houston. .45th minute. We could see Atletico San Luis being the dark horse to win the Apertura. That's actually a good call. 45th minute, 0-0. Been pretty even so far with both teams have had chances, but so far. .45th minute. How much stoppage time will we get? 0-0. Settle. We'll see. And that's past the post. Past the post. So, we got 45-29. Are they not? How much stoppage time? We're plus 42 seconds. 2 minutes. So, a minute and a half to go. A minute and a half to go. 0-0, settle. Looks like the half is going to be tied unless Robinhood could score here, but defense gets in and blocks it. Speaking of Atletico Madrid winning on Sunday against Barcelona. Griezmann will get revenge. They also get Levante back. Marcos Llorente, yeah. 1 minute to go. I hope they do, honestly. I hope Atletico wins. Corner, 30 seconds. San Luis won. Honduras, Jamaica, and Panama will qualify for 26, and Guatemala will qualify for an intercontinental playoff in 2026. Mark my words. I agree. Save. Barclay makes the save. I agree. El Salvador's not going to make it. Suriname's not going to make it. Trinidad. If it ain't Guatemala, it's Trinidad. I got to say. If it ain't Guatemala, it's Trinidad. Actually, wait. Aren't there 2 CONCACAF teams in the playoffs? And that's halftime. So Trinidad could still make it. Halftime, 0-0. Nil at the half between Robinhood and Cavalier. Another 45 minutes to go. Left in this tie. Or left in this half of the tie. Looks like we're going to have a match on the second leg, which is exactly it's all for the final. It looks like it, because that's the way this game looks like it's going to go. Another 45 minutes to go after this half. 0-0. Pretty even. I think Robinhood started to control the game, but they should be there at home. But good defensive play from Cavalier so far. I think it's shocking, to be honest. I think it's shocking to see Sebastian Blanco leave the Timbers. It's worse than Valeri, because I feel like Blanco has more to give than Valeri did when Valeri left. We knew that Valeri was going back to his boyhood club to retire. I'm not saying Blanco's going to go to Europe, but it's going to be weird to see Blanco play at a different jersey, whether that's another MLS team, which I don't think he would do, a Mexican team, which I could see, or him going back to South America. It'll be weird. It'll be weird. To me, Sebastian Blanco is a Timber. He is a Timber personified. He was one of the more recent players, but he's still a Timber in my book. Like, I can't look at him as anything else. And to see him leave the club, I still think he had more to give. If he got completely healthy. But it's not to be, I guess. He wasn't completely healthy in 22. He wasn't completely healthy in 23. Starting to get a bit injury prone, and he never got back to his past form. But I still think he has more to give if he just could get back to that form. But good first half. I agree. I think it's been a very, very, very good first half from Robinhood. They've definitely controlled the game. They started to control the game around the 25th minute. They've had a good couple of chances. I think it was half and half up until the 25th minute. Cavaliers playing some really good defense, but I think Robinhood is controlling the game. Now, does that mean they score? We'll see. But we'll see. Yes. Ball ain't playing tonight versus the Nets. Easy cash for the Nets win. Where's Blanco headed to? I'm not sure. I would say, they've had Chanel Thomas is the freaking Golden Boot contender in this tournament. So I think they're playing pretty careful on the road to make sure they pretty much could decide it at home. I think they're doing something different. To me, they were very offensive throughout this tournament, except the Harborview game in the second leg of the semifinals. They already won that tie 5-0 on the road, so they didn't have to play. Maybe they used that to play more defensively because they knew they kind of want to shut this down and just decide it at home. So what I think they're doing is they've went more defensive and tried to hit on the counter so they could decide it at home instead of have to basically play both legs the same way. It may work. I mean, you have a guy like Chanel Thomas, who is the Golden Boot contender in this tournament, so they're very offensive. San Lorenzo or Lanús. Oh, Blanco played for Lanús. Huh. So that's why he's a Timber. That's why he's a Timber, because he had the connection through Valeri. I get it. Okay. Well, there you go. Ain't that some? I didn't realize that was a connection, but I realize that now. We'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get back, and we'll say more about the half as it is. But sit tight. We'll be back. Another 45 minutes. Back for the stats of the half. WWE discussing CM Punk Stone Cold to take place at WrestleMania. Backstage details and upcoming CM Punk plans. Holy crap. Punk versus Austin. Oh my God. That better be on Sunday. That could probably be the Saturday main event. I'm going to be pissed off if that happens. Because TFC is going to play on a Saturday, of course. Well, I could still probably watch the main event, but if that's the case, but Punk Austin, I mean, we need that. We need that. Yeah. I don't know who they're going to play on WrestleMania Saturday next year. I just know they're going to play on a Saturday. Because that's how Season Pass works anyway. I don't know if they'll play away. I hope it's not a Western team. I'm going to be really pissed off if they do that. Because then I can't. I hope they're playing at home. They're just playing away against the Eastern team. We don't even know the schedule yet. But, I mean, of course, they'll play everybody in the East twice. So that's 14, 28 games. 6 games outside the conference. Yeah, I think so. So 3 home, 3 away outside of the conference. And it probably won't be Austin, Minnesota. Austin, Minnesota. Nashville was back in the East. Austin, Minnesota. Vancouver probably still be there. They'll never not do that. Yeah, Vancouver would still be there. I think they would still put Vancouver in there. We played them in 21. We played them in 22. We played them in 23. We played them in 20. We always found a way to play. We're still going to play Vancouver. So the 5 teams that aren't Vancouver, we played in the West, we won't play. And I know that for sure. There's no way we go straight back to playing those teams. Right? Stats are as follows at the half. 5 shots to 2, 3 shots on goal to 2. 0 assists to 0, 3 steals to 1, 5 fouls to 2, 55% possession to 45% possession, 0 offside to 3, or 0 offside to 2, 3 corners to 3, 136 passes to 62 correct passes, 27 incorrect passes to 31, 162 passes to 113, 83% pass accuracy to 73, 0 yellows to 0, no reds on either side. I think Robinhood has the better game so far. I think they're controlling the game. They started to really control this matchup. Robinhood right now are the better team. They haven't scored a goal yet. Cavaliers playing some really good defense, but Robinhood is controlling this game. They're playing the ball forward. They've had some really good chances. Cavalier hasn't had as many chances. It was even for the first 25 minutes, but really Robinhood is controlling this game now. And Cavaliers just playing defense and trying to get one off the break, it seems like. And I think that's the plan. I don't think it's because they're getting outplayed. I think they're letting themselves get outplayed, but I think that's the plan, is they're going to try to keep this close, whether it's get a 1-0 against the run of play or have it be 0-0 and win it at home next week. So Robinhood's playing right into their trap. Now, if Robinhood wins this game, of course, Cavalier can still win the tie, but it's a lot harder. I'm scared for the final from our American Sign Language class because our professor wants us to sign the story, the line, and the mouse in sign language. Second half's about to start. I can't help you. I don't know sign language. I'm not that amazing. I'm not fluent in sign language. Hell, I don't even know sign language. I think I forgot I love you, to be honest. I knew I love you in sign language for a while, but I forgot that. So I think I know thank you, but that's just because I watch Steve Dangle all the time. Steve Dangle always does thank you at the end of his videos. That's the only reason I know that. So, I even forgot I love you, so I have no idea. I can't help you. I probably know more French than I do sign language at this point. And I don't even really know that much French. French isn't that different from Spanish, though. So, I could see I should do better. And Italian as well. So I should probably just be knocking all 3 of those out of the park. But, whatever. 45th minute, 0-0. And Portuguese, honestly. I mean, all of them are Latin languages. I should be knocking all those out of the park. But 45th minute should be. You know Basque? Oh, no. How do you know some French? Well, I know the Sacres. I know the Quebecois Sacres. I know bonjour. Bon chance. Bon anniversaire. I mean, I could probably get by Montreal if I went to Montreal, if I really wanted to. The bad thing is I don't know the scores. Like how I do 1-0. I know 2-0. That's all I know for the scores. I know but, but the things I need to call a game in French, I don't know, but I know regular French words. And I know the Sacres, but I could probably get by in Montreal with Franglish if I really put my mind to it. If I was up there, I could. Franglish. Louisiana Cajun. I actually follow a dude that does Louisiana Cajun du jour videos on Instagram. Thibodeau, Jordan Thibodeau. So I may be learning some Louisiana Cajun from those videos. Robinhood made the final for real. Yeah, they won the penalty shootout. Go to Bilbao. They say Alpa Atleti. Should move to Montreal. Habs gonna lose. No, I think the Habs are gonna win. Just a hunch. Cross in. Header. Oh, past the post. "48th minute. Can you do French Sign Language? If I can't do American Sign Language, you think I could do French Sign Language? Any idea how this will help Surinamese soccer? They're going to get a lot of money for winning the Caribbean Cup and then going to the Champions Cup, Robinhood. So if they could put that money into their team, I'm sure it'll trickle down. I'm sure it'll trickle down better than what Reagan planned. Okay, that was a little bit of a punch right word. I shouldn't have done that, but okay. I punched a bit rightward. See, the Habs are going to win. Suriname, Robinhood, text, green, game over. It's Caulfield time. Hopefully he scores for you. "49th minute. If that up from Robinhood trickles down throughout Surinamese soccer, Ronald Reagan will be proud. I do not know any sign languages except for thank you. But again, that's all because of Steve Dangle doing it at the end of LFRs. It's burned into my memory. Robinhood has been a traditional CONCACAF power, yes. They made the CONCACAF Champions Cup final 5 times. That's a power. They've made the final more times than an MLS team. Or equal, actually. Well, actually, yeah, Robinhood made the Champions Cup final more times than an MLS team made the Champions League final. So, yeah. Well, actually, no, I think it's equal now. Yeah, because Real Salt Lake, Montreal, Toronto, Seattle, LA. Yeah, 5. It's equal. It's equal. And you could say, but what about DC and LA Galaxy? I mean, they retcon that stuff. Funnily enough, they renamed it back to Champions Cup, so technically. So, yeah, 2 less times if you really want to go there. But they still made the final more times than an American team has won the tournament. How about that? 49th minute. Did you know Cole Palmer has St. Kitts and Nevis ancestry? His grandfather, same country, just played the Gold Cup, Jesus Ferreira hat trick. But didn't Cole Palmer just get capped by England during a qualifier? That doesn't matter. Shot, save! Saved by Funkel. 51st minute. So I don't think Hamilton or Palmer is going to go to St. Kitts and Nevis. Here watching from the UK. Jamaican heritage or Surinamese heritage? Only thing I know about St. Kitts and Nevis is Alexander Hamilton came from there. Don't make me sing show tunes. That Hamilton musical is just, it's top class. I do like myself some musicals, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. I never was in, well, no, I did some musicals in school, but I never was a theater kid. Shot save. I stopped doing musicals after elementary school, and I mean, everybody in the class had to do the musicals. I was asked to do a supplemental part for like, what, the grade 2 musical in like 2011 or something. As like a 4th grader. So. I guess I am a theater kid. I don't know. Huh? I guess I am a theater kid. I don't know. I can sing, though, so maybe I am a theater kid, and I just never scratched that itch when you could just choose to do it. Because I'd rather watch wrestling or watch football. But then again, being a carny is pretty much being a theater kid anyway. Huh. You just act like you're cooler. Yeah, that probably makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Having a wrestling heart and being a carny pretty much means you're a theater kid anyway. You just act like you're cooler. So, it's pretty much the same thing. It's pretty much the same thing. Nice. Pretty much the same thing. 53rd minute. Robinhood playing forward. Hey, I've never seen an English person willingly watch a CONCACAF match like this just to watch a CONCACAF match. But I respect it. I think you'll fit in just fine here. 53rd minute. I mean, MLS, of course, but like this, yeah. Without calling somebody a Yank, yeah, I think you fit in just fine here. You're good here. I think you fit in just fine. 54th minute. Cavalier, good clearance. Good. I don't know. I feel like they're going to regret sitting back and trying to get on the counter. I feel like they are. I know they're trying to win the second leg at home. I get it. But Robinhood will score. I have a feeling the Cavalier is going to let one in late. And they're going to have to do some more work at home. Which I guess 1-0 is still easy to overturn. But then you have the possibility of them getting an away goal. And that just screws everything up. So, screws everything up. So, yeah. I feel like Cavalier is going to regret it. I feel like they are. Maybe the 76th minute. I say more like 85th. I say more like the 85th. I wouldn't play down to. I feel like Robinhood is like, they feel like, yeah, they're the favorite, and Cavalier, or I should say, Cavalier feels like Robinhood is the underdog and they're the favorite. And they're actually being cocky about it. Unlike Alawalense. See, there we go. Shot. Here's a chance. He's on. Oh, my God. No, Thomas. No. Oh, my God. How do you? Oh, no, that's a hat flick. No. I don't want to hear it. It's like, I'm going to jump up and, like, hit my foot. Let it hit my foot and then try to volley it. Like, oh, no. Oh, Lord. That was I wouldn't say that was the easy chance, but that was a chance. I mean, I didn't see the flag go up, and there's no VAR, so they would have put that flag up instantly. Which, I mean, I'm fine without no VAR, but, oh, Lord. Golden Boot winner, and he just chooses to do that. Okay. Yeah, you are. It's going to bite them in the ass. After that, I'm sure they're going to get bitten in the ass. I know how these things go. They're getting bit in the ass. Oh, I know where this is going. Yeah, 85th minute, Robinhood goal, 1-0 Robinhood. Yep. You don't do that and get away with it. You don't do some stupid shit like that and get away with it. No. Not in CONCACAF, at least. Honestly, bro, first time watching this, impressed. There's some good players. I was lurking your stream watching the Mocha match the other day as well. Nice. I also like watching football from Asia, J-League, Singapore, and Malaysian leagues. I like the J-League, of course. I have a connection to Japan. I love their culture. My mom lived there for 4 years. I have no Japanese blood. My mom lived there for 4 years. But I have a connection to that country. I love their culture, and I respect their culture. I like watching the J-League. I like watching the Korean League, the K-League. I like watching the AFC Champions League. I like watching the Asian Cup. Maybe I'll do some Asian Cup in January. Maybe. And AFCON. The Moroccans love me. I may do some Morocco games. Don't get mad if I do. I'm not saying you will. I'm just saying. Don't be mad if I don't do the rest of the tournament, but I do some Moroccan games. Or I do some Japanese games for the Asian Cup, but I don't do anything else. If I just focus on Japan and Morocco. I'll still do more of the Euros, but mostly Italy and Croatia, though, for the Euros next summer. Because Italy's my team and Croatians love me. So, well, I could do a little bit more Qatar as well because there's here's a chance. Could Cavalier score here? Here's a chance. Penalty, maybe. He stayed up. You should have went down. Cross. Blocked away. You should have went down and stayed down. That might have been a pen. 58th minute. I love Serie A. My favorite European league is Serie A. I think Serie A is better than the Prem. I think Serie A is better than the Prem. Better quality, at least. The AFC Champions League, geo-restricted. No one has. It's on Paramount Plus in the USA and Golazo, the Asian Cup and the Asian Champions League. Here's a chance. Shot. Save. What a save by Funkel. Lord. Maybe Cavaliers turn this around. Damn. Nice save. My team is Middlesbrough FC in the championship. Middlesbrough. Didn't they have somebody that was CONCACAF adjacent a while ago? No, DK was Brentford. Cross in, header, or no, Barnsley, not Brentford. Barnsley. Richie was Forrest. But yeah, Middlesbrough. Sadly enough, Middlesbrough isn't really in the fight. Alert, I just got an announcement notification. Miami will play friendly in El Salvador January 19th. Oh, I may have to do that. If it's on TV, I may have to do it. The Salvadorans love me and the Miamians love me, and it's the day before my birthday. I may have to do that. If the NFL, it's not like the World Cup qualifier year where I could just say no to the NFL playoffs wholesale. I'm still going to do the NFL playoffs. Hold on, let me see. That is championship weekend. Let us see. January 2024. It is a Friday. Let's go, baby. I can do my NFL predictions on the 18th. If it's on TV, I'm doing it. Wait. Oh, okay, so good. Or I could do my NFL predictions with my birthday stream because the 20th is on the Saturday. Let's go. And then the NFL Conference Championships will be on the 21st. Boom. There we go. Perfect. If Miami's on TV. If that game's on TV and shows. Any upsets in the Euros? Italy will win their group. Italy will get out. Italy will win their group. I'm a Raptors fan. Yes, I like basketball. Raptors fan, of course. 60th minute. Still 0-0. Player down. Habs are going back to the power play. Oh, I heard, speaking of Toronto, big fan of Luka Doncic since his Real Madrid days. I'm a fan of Luka as well. I like watching Luka play, especially now that the Raptors are mid. You know, I like watching Luka Doncic play, yes. And Jokic as well. And Jokic as well. Will Europe's football world dominance eventually come to an end? I'm sure it will at some point. Even if CONMEBOL's the one to break it, I think CONCACAF's got to grow at some point. Like, they got to get there to challenge at some point. But speaking of agree on what? 62nd minute. Shot! Oh, what a save, Funkel. He might just be becoming the man of the match here. But speaking of Toronto, if we were talking about the Raptors, or when we were referencing the Raptors, Shohei Ohtani looks like his final two is going to be the Toronto Blue Jays or the LA Dodgers. I'm ready to get hurt. You know, RJ Barrett's from Canada, yeah. RJ Barrett's from Canada. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's from Canada. I like watching the Canadian boys play. I like watching the Canadian boys play as well. I want them to be good as well. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, RJ Barrett. Of course, Chris Boucher is on the Raptors. Kelly Olynyk was Canadian, or he is Canadian, but I don't think he's in the NBA anymore. 63rd minute. Italy winning their group and losing to Denmark or Hungary would be funny. Don't you put that evil on me. Don't you put that evil on me. They wouldn't lose to Denmark or Hungary. Don't you put that evil on me. They'll at least get to the quarters. Italy. Don't you put that evil on me. Depending on who they draw, they may go to the semis anyway. I hope Italy gets the England run next year. You know? But if Chiesa's carrying, Italy wins. I hope Italy gets the England run next year, like way too easy. And they make the final. And then I get my heart broken because of it. Well, okay, the last part. Hungary beat England 4-0. Yeah, because England didn't care about the Nations League, and while England loves choking, there's a difference. Italy has 4 World Cups and 2 Euros. Italy does not choke. England does. So, and they didn't care about the Nations League anyway. Besides, who was the team that relegated you that year in Nations League? I forgot. Oh, yeah, Italy. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, Italy. The same team that stole the Euro from you in your own home stadium. Yeah, I forgot. That's Southgate's fault. I agree. He sucks. He's like the English Berhalter who wears a waistcoat. They both suck. If you notice, the time they face each other, guess what? It was 0-0. Because both teams have horrible tactics. I agree. I'm actually going to say Berhalter's slightly better than Southgate. But I think you understand. They both suck. 65th minute, 0-0. One wears sneakers and the other wears a waistcoat. I don't know how the hell they got the jobs they got, but they do. And still how they're there. Southgate should have got fired after the Euros. And then especially after the Nations League. But no, they keep him for the World Cup. And, yeah, I'm English, so I'm used to disappointment. Well, there you go. Well, hey, at least you understand it. Funny they draw 0-0 in the World Cup. I know, that's what I was saying. Berhalter and Barclay is down. Berhalter and Southgate. Of course it was a 0-0 draw. Because they both suck. And Berhalter can't play away either. Because Qatar is away. I don't care what you say. It's like how the Gold Cup's at home. Okay? It's at home. Qatar was away. U.S. can't play away. Berhalter can't play away. He's a fool. Russell coming on for Cavalier. 67th minute. It was pretty funny, though. I'm like, yeah, that seems... I think I said when that game came on, or when I reviewed that game, I think I said pretty as much, that sounds about right. That when the result came in, I was like, that sounds about right. Good for the U.S. It's a little bit embarrassing for England. Robinson for Russell is a sub. Because, I mean, it's Berhalter USA team. It's embarrassing. And to them, it sure is embarrassing. I mean, we know how they look. We know how they look at it. We know how they think. So, but it sort of is embarrassing because Berhalter. Now, if it was Jurgen Klinsmann, I'd be like when they drew 1-1 back in 10. That sounded about right. Like that sounds about right. That USA. I honestly, speaking of the USA, I don't care what you say. That USA team back in the early 2010s was the better team. Yes, the players now might have more talent, but they don't have the grit. Their manager is absolutely horrible. You saw that their talent can really be magnified if they have a coach like BJ Callahan and not have Berhalter coaching. But if you coast on talent, look at Belgium. They never had the grit. Look what happened to them. You make it dominate qualifiers, you make it dominate your confederation, you make it get far, but you ain't going to win when everybody meets. But that USA 2010s team, Landon Donovan, Clint Dempsey, Josie Altidore, Michael Bradley, they had more grit. They may not have had the talent, but they had the grit. They had the heart. And that's what makes them better. I would take that team in their prime over the current USA team because they had more grit. They had a better manager because Bradley the game was still there for him. Here comes Robinhood, 68th minute. Robinhood. Cross in. Shot blocked away. At the top of the box. Shot. Goal. Goal. Top bins. Goal. 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 Robinhood. Golazo. Golazo. Dimitro Andro from the top of the box. What a shot. I said it would bite a Cavalier in the ass. There it is. Dimitro Andro. The goal Robinhood's been looking for the whole game. There it is. Top bins. Upper 90. Keeper gets his hand to it. Still gets in. Boom. Dimitro Andro. 1-0. What a shot. I would think so. I'm sure Apple Pay is allowed on YouTube. It's a charge card. I'm sure it is. 70th minute. Dimitro Andro 1-0. What a goal. I know, crazy. I would say Hudson was better than Berhalter, but not as good as BJ Callahan. So, Cinderella team coming through. We literally knew it. Here they go. Goal. Let's go. I think Newcastle got robbed. I don't think it was a handball. I think Newcastle got robbed. And they were right to remove the VAR referee from that match. Or two other matches from that match. I think they got robbed. It was a bad decision. I think Newcastle should have won that game. They got hard done by. They should have won. It wasn't a pen. I think it was a bad call. Bad VAR decision. I'm not a fan of VAR. I never have been a fan of VAR. I think VAR makes things more, what's the word? More complicated, to be honest. Like, I miss the moments when you could see a goal and you're like, it's a goal. You know? I miss the moments where it's like, yeah, they missed the foul, but it probably didn't deserve to get called if they missed it. That type of stuff. Like, at this point, VAR makes things more, I wouldn't say robotic, but less exciting. Like, yeah, sometimes you're going to miss a foul. Sometimes you're going to miss a call. Sometimes you're going to miss a card. But that's why they want sin bins now. Because now that there's VAR, you're going to see a card. Even if it's a harsh red card, which would make it an orange card and make it a sin bin, in my opinion. I think sin bins work now the way football is about to go. Because if you're going to have VAR, you're going to see calls that are soft, that shouldn't be full-on red cards. So, VAR ref was a joke. Newcastle should be dumbfounded and hard done. I hate pro refs anyway, but like VAR makes them even worse. But my opinion is this. Sin bins in football now, if you're going to have VAR, is a good thing. I don't know why Merson was complaining about it. I don't think he's right. I really don't. I heard the clip earlier today where Paul Merson was talking about the sin bins and he was complaining about it. I don't agree with him. Because if you have football nowadays and you have VAR and you're going to look at everything and be like, hey, ref, come over here. It's going to be a soft red card if it's for a red card. I think there's been some very soft red cards called nowadays that shouldn't be a complete sending off. That's what the sin bin is for. Because you're looking at everything, because you're checking everything. And if it doesn't deserve a second look, back in the day, back like 7-8 years ago, I don't think it deserves a second look. I think that means it's a harsh card. I think VAR in football is a horrible thing. I think it's ruined the game, which opens up all these other things that aren't classic football. Am I a traditionalist? Yes. But am I going to realize that maybe we need these non-traditional things because they open Pandora's box like the sin bin? Yes. So, like in basketball, instant replay is fine. It didn't open up a Pandora's box. In baseball, yeah, I'd say baseball VAR is better than football VAR. Gridiron football, you need VAR. That is a sport where you need it. Hockey, yeah, I think it's about as bullshit as VAR in football, but it's just a little bit better. A little bit. I respect it a little bit more. I think football is the most needless sport for instant replay. VAR was never the problem. It's just the idiots who used it wrong. Well, then you could say that referees are just absolutely shit. Like Prem referees, they are absolutely shit. They're professional, but they haven't been trained. They're professional, but they don't know their left from their right. They're professional and but they don't want criticism, just like pro. Funnily enough, Italy's refs are professional, but they're actually good. You know? They're actually good. So they need to be trained better. So if it's the refs that use it wrong, VAR is the problem because they're inserting themselves. They don't know what they're doing. Prem refs and pro refs. I mean, I think pro refs are worse, but prem refs are pretty damn bad. And they're two of the three professional referee associations, the Prem and Pro in MLS. If they're professional, they should be more open to criticism, but they don't like criticism. They haven't gotten better since they've gotten professional. Prem refs have gotten worse since they become professional. Pro looked better for like 3 years when they became professional, just because they became professional. But ever since, you haven't seen them get better since 2013, and they've been around for 10 years. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. Like, you could put a blind man as a center ref, and you would probably get a better ref game in MLS or the Prem. So, or in the championship. So, what are we doing? Okay? So VAR should have never came to those countries, but if you're going to put it everywhere else, then England is going to be like, we need VAR, and then the U.S. is going to be like, we need VAR, and then there you go. So, no, it's just things that wouldn't have been called. If there was no VAR, those calls would have never been called. You're calling things that never were called 8 years ago. So is it a robbery? Maybe. Maybe. If you're the fan of a team who got screwed over. But if it's barely offside by like an inch, is it really offside? Like, are we really going to call that? Are we really going to draw that line? I mean, seriously. Like the Ian Murphy situation back last weekend. Look at that. That's a perfect explanation. Ian Murphy, maybe a touch offside. Maybe. I didn't see it. The refs didn't see it. Ball goes to Yerson Mosquera. They don't move. They don't mark him, whether it's because nobody was there or they thought it was offside. Hey, that's your fault for thinking the refs are going to bail you out. He scores. Philly loses. If he was this close, like if it was this tight, is it really need to be called? Does it really need to be called? No. Which, again, is why Arsene Wenger's offside rule is better, at least in the VAR era. At least with VAR, Arsene Wenger's offside rule is the right way to go about it. Should it be? No. Is it? Yes, just like the sin bin. Thanks to VAR. All these newfangled ideas are good ideas because you open Pandora's box. I still don't like the long stoppage time, but it is what it is. I can't wait till MLS has like 20 minutes of stoppage time next year because I know that's going to happen. So, I mean, you pretty much put yourself behind the 8 ball. So, I mean, am I a traditionalist? Yes. Do I realize that that's impossible now? Yes. So, it is what it is. Here's a chance, Robinhood, 78th minute. So, it is what it is. I'm making a joke about the fact how the World Cup had longer stoppage times, and then the Prem started doing the longer stoppage times. Well, that was the Van Zier incident. That's different. I'm talking about, like, there's, like, 3 foul, like, an injury, 3 goals, like, and they use, like, 15 minutes of stoppage time. Like, some of those World Cup stoppage times were egregious, especially early in the group stage. Like, some of them were egregious. Like, I was like, dude, really? Really? Like, I didn't see 15 minutes of stoppage. They were being way harsher. You know, MLS, I think, is going to pick that up next year. I'm surprised the Prem picked it up before them, but since the Prem's doing it, they're going to start doing that next year because the IFAB laws of the game change halfway through the year. MLS can't change the rules halfway through the season. So whatever they added to the IFAB rules in July will be used for the MLS next year. And if they do the sin bins, well, that'll be added before the season as well. But so we're going to have longer stoppage times next year. So I can't wait. World Cup, they did the stoppage time on purpose. Knowing Apple, they might have a little bit of a, say in it. La Liga already added too much time, I think, the season before the Premier League started. Yeah, I think La Liga may have did it before the World Cup, actually. So maybe, well, it didn't help the Spanish players. Just made them pass the ball around more. Hi-oh. 80th minute. Fraser's off or Fraser's on for Murray. Most other EU refs are 100 times better than Prem refs. I agree. Italy refs, I think Italy refs are great. They're professional. That's what a professional referee organization should be like Italy. Germany's refs, I think Germany's refs are good. I think Germany's refs are good. I think France's refs are good. That may be the best thing about Ligue 1 is their refs. I think Scottish refs better than Prem refs. I think Portuguese refs are better. Ukrainian refs, though, no. Have you ever heard of Sergei Boyko? Ugh. Hey, at least they shit-canned him pretty quickly after, like, the 8th fuck-up. What about Bundesliga in Germany? I think the Bundesliga refs are fine. 81st minute. Spain 7-0. Costa Rica draw Germany 1-1. Lost to Japan and made the comeback 2-1. NHL refs are a joke, too. Especially a certain talking chatterbox. Damn it. Oh, I forgot his name. Shit. The chatterbox. I think he just retired. Shit. Damn it. His name slipped my mind. I think so, yeah. 82nd minute. That'll be a throw-in. Robinhood looks like they're going to win this game 1-0. There you go. Surprising you. Wouldn't you think the referees have favored PSG? Well, they don't. They actually don't. I know, it's crazy. They don't. Anthony Taylor, oh, he sucks. Oh, my God. No pro ref. I will give pro refs some credit. And this is not a shot at Elfath. I think Ismail Elfath has been great since the World Cup. He actually learned because he went to Qatar and actually got to learn from refs who were actually good. So Elfath became good. Guess what? He became the best ref in pro, and they stopped using him, at least in MLS. But everybody but Elfath. Anthony Taylor is still worse than everybody but Elfath in pro. So Ted Uncle is still better than Anthony Taylor. That's the best thing I'm going to say about Ted Uncle. The best thing I'm going to say about Drew Fisher. Anthony Taylor is worse than Drew Fisher. Pro refs overall are still better than Anthony Taylor. Anthony Taylor is the most cheat, criminal referee there is in the Prem. And I think you know why I'm saying this because of the color of the shirt I wear. But Anthony Taylor has it out for Chelsea. Japan's refs are pretty good. Anthony Taylor has it out for Chelsea. The man is a criminal. Like, anytime Chelsea plays a big game, who's reffing it? Anthony fucking Taylor. Anthony fucking Taylor. On freaking repeat. On clockwork. Even now that they're shit. It's always Anthony Taylor. Always. Always, always. And we always get screwed. Always. Every Man United versus Chelsea. Anthony Taylor. Chelsea versus Tottenham. Anthony Taylor. We still beat Tottenham because Tottenham are shit, but whatever. Chelsea versus Liverpool. Anthony Taylor. FA Cup final. Anthony Taylor. Both times against Arsenal. It's like, I can't do this. I'm surprised the freaking UEFA didn't choose Anthony Taylor for... Oh, wait, no, you can't do an English ref in an English versus English game. That's probably why we got not the Spanish guy, Lajos. Thank God we did. That's why we won the Champions League. That's why we won the Champions League. We got Lajos. Yay. Spanish refs are pretty good. It's a pretty even game. Pretty fair called game. Anthony Taylor's the worst. Anthony Taylor's the worst. The worst. Like, I would rather, like, Ted Uncle go over to England for a Chelsea game. I'd be like, if it was like, oh, Anthony Taylor's too sick. He's too poorly to call this game. We called over Ted Uncle. I'd be like, that's awesome. That's amazing. That's amazing. I'll take back everything bad I said about Ted Uncle in that case. I wouldn't even be like, oh, this is going to be fun. No, I'd be like, yeah, better. I was not on the boys, sadly. 85th minute. 85th minute. Man, if I saw Anthony Taylor ref an MLS match, I would die. In comparison, if I saw Anthony Taylor referee a Toronto FC match, I would die. I'd be like, yeah, we're getting screwed today. We're getting screwed today. I could not handle it. Anthony Taylor reffing a Toronto match. I would just be waiting for the moment where we get just the rug pulled out from under us. I would just be waiting. I mean, you got Tobias time, Anthony Taylor, and Toronto being Toronto. That is a recipe for disaster. That is a recipe for disaster. That would be a recipe for disaster. I'd just be waiting for the moment shit went south. I'd just be waiting for the moment shit went south. Oh, no. 1-0, 87th minute. If Europa qualifiers for World Cup 26, could we see France? See France, Germany, Turkey, Greece as a qualification group. Oh. I don't think Turkey makes it out. Turkey's fraudulent. Greece, if Yorgos Yakimakis becomes even better in the next 3 years, France and Germany probably get out of that group. Oh, wait, no. Probably be only one team each. France probably. Oh, no. Birmingham's screwed. I basically said point blank period, Wayne Rooney is one of the worst managers I've ever seen in MLS. Wayne Rooney, he has no brain. The man legitimately has no brain. And I'm like, oh, so you're going to appoint him, the man who couldn't even get DC to the playoffs, with Christian Benteke, Taxi Fontes, and Mateus Klick, and half season of Lewis O'Brien. He couldn't even get him to the playoffs. And with some good young players like Paredes, Ted DiPietro, you're dumb. And besides, Birmingham's manager before that was a good manager, and they fired him for Wayne Rooney. I love Tom Brady. He's my quarterback. I want Birmingham to do good because he owns part of the club. But I don't think it was a Tom Brady decision. I don't think he has anything to do with it. But whoever made that decision is an idiot. Wayne Rooney. Man couldn't even make the MLS playoffs. Okay. Do I think the highest MLS team, the best MLS teams could probably compete in the championship? Yes, but that was not DC. Not DC. Dominican referee since Qatar World Cup, soccer referee, 32-year-old Raimundo Helpis Feliz. He was named as assistant referee. Well, not as good at Inter Milan, but what happened at Manchester United is they draw 3-3 Galatasaray. Man United is a poison chalice. Everybody goes there. Everybody who goes there turns shit, except Bruno Fernandes for some reason. But Man United, well, everybody who goes there turns to shit. '86, 89th minute. I should have made a video. You know, it's funny. I didn't make a video about the Rooney appointment, but I should have, just to shit on him. But I did not do it because I think I had something to do that day. I should have made a video about that in the morning, though. I really should have. I've been like, are you a fool? Not to shit on him, but be like, here's what's coming. I'm not even a DC fan, but I watch him enough. I know what's coming, and here's what's coming for you. But, I mean, Wayne Rooney got out-tacticked by Mikel Arteta at the All-Star game. Like, I get it's an all-star team, but I've seen all-star teams have a better performance against better teams. Like, I know Arsenal almost won the league, but Pep's Bayern, MLS beat Pep's Bayern. That was in 2014. That should have never happened. So, I've seen better all-star game performances and better managing performances. But, exactly. Sitting in a playoff place before Rooney took over. Yep. Cristiano Ronaldo couldn't carry Man United. And then Erik ten Hag disrespected him, and everybody turned Cristiano into the bad guy when he went to Piers Morgan, when Erik ten Hag was always the problem. And guess who said Erik ten Hag was the problem? And the Glazers. Oh, Cristiano Ronaldo. Look what happened. Cristiano was right. Show some respect. Cristiano was right. He was right. Cristiano said nothing wrong, and I agreed with him in the moment. Cristiano Ronaldo said nothing wrong in the moment, and now he's been completely vindicated. about Man United. He has been vindicated. That Piers Morgan interview is absolutely facts. It was at the moment, and it sure is now. Cristiano did nothing wrong. Nothing. Yeah, they're not even going to make the Europa League. I thought Cristiano was right at the moment, but he sure is now. I think everybody with half a brain would have been like, yeah, Cristiano's right. He was right. Again, he was right. 92nd minute. 2 more minutes of stoppage time. And then he had to play in Saudi for his troubles. Yeah, if you ain't going to beat Galatasaray, you sure as hell ain't going to beat Bayern Munich. 92nd minute. Almost. Donis Carrasco is playing right now in this game. He looks familiar. He's Dominican Republic. Like, Man United's in trouble. They're not even going to the Europa League. I wonder if Ten Hag is going to get fired if he's going to get sacked. I mean, he has to, doesn't he? Like, the man has to get sacked. Like, there's no way he doesn't. Like, he has to be on the freaking chopping block. Like, if you can't even get to the Europa League as third place, like, that's got to be the moment. Like, that's got to be it. 93rd minute. Man United has to win to even go to the Europa League. Who gets the job at United if he gets the sack? I don't know. I could see Antonio Conte getting the job. They would go to Antonio Conte. But then again, he had a problem after what he did at Tottenham. I don't know. Antonio Conte, maybe. Stefano Pioli if he gets sacked at Milan, maybe. They ain't bringing back Jose Mourinho. If they want somebody who's going to do anything the board says, they can get John Herdman from TFC. And it got so bad with Canada, John Herdman had to leave. But he's also going to work with another idiot who John Herdman probably would never throw under the bus, which he should. But, you know, in most cases, John Herdman still should be able to, he'd be just fine with the Glazers. He wouldn't say anything. 94th minute. Diego Simeone, I don't think he's leaving Atletico. Not for United. He'd be an idiot to do that. Unless Atletico let him go. Like, if he could choose to stay or leave, he ain't leaving Atletico for United. He ain't that dumb. Well, he ain't dumb at all. That'll be a goal kick for Fonkel. He ain't that dumb. Oh, that is full time. Full time. 1-0 win for Robinhood. They take a 1-0 lead down to Cavalier, down to Jamaica next week. One hand on the trophy by the result. Not really by the amount of goals they scored, but a tough win by Robinhood. They have the lead going into next week. Let's see if they could hold or end up winning it. We will find out. With that being said, Robinhood, big win for Robinhood. Andro with a banger in the 70th minute is what does it. But everything to play for next week. But for sure, it'll be everything to play for next week in Jamaica. It's not like it's a blowout like Real Esteli Alajuelense. There's still everything to play for in Jamaica. So we'll find out how that goes. Yep. There we go. Okay. So with that being said, well, there you go. With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribe. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in plays. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I shall see you within the hour for the review of this match. And there you go. Will I be streaming on New Year's? No. Will I be putting out the best of RSR 5 standalone reel on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day? Yes. Probably. That's what it looks like to me. But am I going to be streaming on New Year's like a live stream? No. But Eve or day. So, with that being said, see you within the hour for the review of this match. Big win for Robinhood. Congratulations. Better team. We'll see how it goes. See you later. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace.